Hi everyone, this is Natasha. I want to share with you a couple of cards that I made yesterday on Ustream using this adorable angelfish stamp from StampersBest. And I've been eyeing this. I had forgotten to add it to my order last month, so when I received my September new stamps, I definitely added him or her. It's just so cute. It really struck me that the bold colors or the bold solids would stamp beautifully with different color inks, so that's exactly what I did. So I started off using, instead of white, gray cover stock, and I get this gray cardstock. Sorry about the camera, it won't focus. I get the gray cardstock from Staples, and it's called cover stock. It's 110 pound weight. Hold on, I'll focus the camera. Oh, there you go. It's 110 pound weight cardstock. So I took the 8.5 by 11, cut it in half to 5.5, and then folded it to make the standard A2 size card, which is 5.5 by 4.25. And then I used a couple of Fancy Pants Designs papers, Beach Bum and Beach Babe, which is like the girly colors and the boy colors, to layer underneath some of the stamped images that I used in different colors. So I've stamped them all on gray cover stock, and this is Cactus Stays On, or the Stays On in Cactus. And then for the layer image of the gray, I used the Deckled Rectangles Large, the largest one. And then I embossed it using the Peanut Butter Jerky Spellbinders mat. That's what I call it. It's not called peanut butter jerky. It's called enlarged embossing pad. To create the impression. You could barely see it now because I did add a little color to the edges of it. And then for the air bubbles, I used these Studio G rhinestones in the light green, which match really nicely. And I was being kind of cheeky, and I even gave him bubbles out his tail. Gassy fish. It happens. So that's the green one, and that's layered on this kind of funky psychedelic background. It's almost paisley, but not quite. It's like all these swirls. And it was a little brighter. I did tone that down just a tad by rubbing Distress Stain in Picket Fence across the paper, which just tones the paper, the brightness of the paper down just a little bit. It's kind of like a whitewash, essentially. And that's just layered on, and then I used a little leftover strip on the inside. Really nothing fancy. The fish is on dimensionals, so it gives it a little bit of depth, and I thought it was kind of cute. And I did set the decals rectangle off center a little bit, just for the little bit of movement and to go along with a little cheeky fish farts. Then this one I used also same grayscale. I used the Crown Oval's largest die, and the reason I used that one is because these parts reminded me of air bubbles. So, and because I didn't have orange rhinestones, I just used the orange peel stickles around the edges, and then I also added a little bit to the cutout fishy, the angelfish. And I know the angelfish is usually blues and greens, but I kind of used poetic license. And then the layered papers from the designer pack of the, I think it's the Beach Babe one. And again, the little leftover strip that I used to cut down to the dimension for the A2 size card is on the inside. And then there's this purple one. And this one was swirly ocean scene paper, so it just seemed to really go well with it. And again, being cheeky, little fishy, gassy fish, and some of the rhinestones making the water bubbles. A little left over on the inside. Really, really simple. But then when I was playing with the girls, I thought, oh, how cute would this be if you could take the fish, stamp it, and have the two fish kiss each other. So I thought, well, the only way you could do that is if you stamp on acetate. So that's exactly what I did. I grabbed a little piece of leftover packaging material. I cut things down to reuse, upcycle, whatever you want to call it. I used Blazing Red. I know it comes across as really fuchsia pink, and that's really why I chose the pink background. So I used the Stays On Blazing Red, stamped both of them. They were both in the same direction, and then trimmed them really loosely, and then flipped one over. So the ink on this one is actually on the top, and the ink on this one is underneath. But it looks like the two of them are kissing. And for the air bubbles, I used these little hearts from, I think this is Making Memories little set, and it's this little compartment that has all the little hearts and flowers and little flat back little pearls. So I thought that would be really cute for like a little Valentine's Day. The only other thing that I think I might add is a little bow on her fin up here to make her the female one, and maybe a little bow tie for him, so like they're going out on a fancy date. So there's a couple of different ways to utilize the stamp. These would be really cute little invitations. Let's say you have a beach party, or like you need to add a little something something to a summer layout. How cute would that be with the little fishes swimming by in all different colors with different color water bubbles? So there you go. So that's the Angelfish stamp, deep edge rubber stamp from StampersBest. I will include a link in the description below to all of the StampersBest social media, their Facebook, their YouTube, Pinterest. If you want to add your projects with stamps that you've gotten from them, it would be great to hashtag them. And as always, if you have any questions for me, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.